When the cop saw me with a briefcase at the construction site, he decided he'd caught a big-time criminal. But instead of figuring things out, he went straight for someone else's case without permission. And what happened next? Let's just say the construction foam did its job. But let's start from the very beginning. You know that moment when you realize your day is about to go straight to hell? Yeah, that was me about 5 minutes into this mess. Name's Julian Roberts, 42 years old, senator of these so-called United States. Fancy title, right? Except out here, apparently, I'm just another black guy with a briefcase. Welcome to America. So, the day starts normal enough. Meetings, handshakes, and way too much coffee. It's politics. You get it. By mid-afternoon, I decide to swing by the construction site where we're turning a beat-up old building into a community center. Big plans, positive vibes, all that good stuff. I park my Lincoln nearby, step out of my casual clothes, translation, jeans and a t-shirt that doesn't scream senator, and head to grab my case. Harmless enough, right? Wrong. Here's the thing about the case. It's not just any briefcase. It's been rigged. Yeah, we thought we were being clever, testing out security traps. Inside is a DIY construction foam setup. Open it wrong and boom, you're covered in sticky, expanding chaos. Dumb idea in hindsight, but hey, it seemed funny at the time. As I'm reaching for the case, I hear it, the whoop of a police siren. My heart drops faster than a lead balloon. Out steps Officer Power Trip, rocking that classic cop look, buzz cut, mirrored sunglasses, and a face that says, "I'm about to make someone's life difficult." He struts over like he owns the block, hand already hovering near his holster. This is gonna suck, I can feel it. "What are you doing here?" he barks, not even a hello. I raise my hand slightly because we all know how this goes, and try to keep my voice calm. "Just picking up my briefcase. This is my property." He looks at me like I just told him I'm Santa Claus. "Your property?" He snorts, scanning me up and down like I'm trespassing on his personal turf. "Let me see some ID." I nod, figuring compliance will speed this up. "Sure thing. It's in my car." "Not so fast." He cuts me off, his hand now firmly on his belt. "Step back. Hands where I can see them." Now, I know I shouldn't say it, but come on, seriously? I'm standing there in broad daylight wearing jeans and sneakers, and this guy's acting like I'm about to pull a rocket launcher out of my back pocket. But fine, I raise my hands higher. "Officer, I'm a senator. This is a misunderstanding." I try again, keeping my tone steady. "I'm just here to grab my case." He doesn't even blink. "What's in the case?" he demands, pointing at it like it's ticking. "Tools, paperwork," I say, thinking that'll end it. Spoiler, it doesn't. "I'll check that out myself," he snaps, stepping forward and grabbing the case before I can stop him. Now, here's the thing. I should have warned him, right? Told him about the foam? But honestly, the guy's already treating me like a criminal. Would he even listen? Doubtful. So I watch, silently cringing as he pops the latches. Psst. It happens in an instant. A geyser of sticky, expanding foam shoots out like it's got a personal vendetta. His face, uniform, arms, everything is instantly coated. The guy stumbles back, screaming, "What the fuck?" I take a step back, trying not to laugh because holy hell, this is a sight. He's flailing around, clawing at his face, but all he's doing is spreading the foam further. People start gathering because, of course they do, and some of them are pulling out their phones. Great. Now it's a spectacle. "What the hell is this?" he roars, voice muffled through the sticky mess. I clear my throat, trying to sound professional. "It's a security measure. Construction foam. Harmless." "Harmless?" he yells, wiping his eyes with a foam-covered hand and making it 10 times worse. "You're under arrest. Assaulting an officer. Tampering with evidence." I blink. Evidence of what? It's a briefcase. But he's not listening. He's too busy yelling into his radio, calling for backup like I just unleashed a biochemical weapon. Meanwhile, the crowd's growing. I hear someone whisper, "Isn't that Senator Roberts?" Another person laughs. "Oh man, this is going on Instagram." I'm standing there, arms still raised, wondering how my quiet day turned into a full-blown circus. But deep down, I can't help but think, serves you right, dude. You ever witness someone screw up so bad you almost feel bad for them? Yeah, that was me watching Officer Foam explosion, covered head to toe in sticky chaos, trying to save his dignity. Spoiler, he didn't. Backup's on the way, he yells, stumbling around like a human piñata, foam dripping everywhere. The crowd's growing now, phones out, and someone yells, "Isn't that Senator Roberts?" It's turning into a full-blown circus, and I'm the unwilling star. You think this is funny? He barks, glaring at me through foam-covered eyes. Not really, I reply, biting back a laugh. But I did tell you not to open it. Shut up, he snaps. You're under arrest for assault and tampering with evidence. Evidence of what? I ask, but he's too busy yelling into his radio, calling for backup like I've unleashed the apocalypse. Meanwhile, people are laughing, shouting, and one guy even says, "Yo, this is going viral." When backup arrives, it's two officers. One of them a sharp-eyed woman who takes one look at the scene and says, "What the hell happened?" "He assaulted me," Foam Cop yells. "With foam?" she deadpans, glancing at me. "It's a security trap," I explain. "He opened my briefcase without permission, on my property." Her face says it all. You've got to be kidding me. She turns back to Foam Cop. "And you opened his briefcase?" "It looks suspicious," he sputters, still trying to wipe foam off his face. "And now you look ridiculous," she replies, deadpan. The crowd loses it, laughing and recording every second. I can't help but feel a flicker of hope. Maybe someone here still has common sense. Okay, so here's where things went from bad to straight up surreal. I'm standing there, still sticky from the foam fallout, while Officer Marshmallow keeps barking into his radio like I'm the world's most wanted criminal. The crowd? Oh, they're having the time of their lives, laughing, filming, and yelling out commentary like it's open mic night. I should be mad, but honestly, it's hard to be mad when the guy who caused all this chaos looks like a frosted cupcake. Anyway, the backup finally arrives, a couple of officers stepping out of their squad car, clearly not ready for what they're walking into. One of them, a tall woman with a "don't mess with me" vibe, takes one look at the foam-covered disaster and raises an eyebrow. "What happened here?" she asks, her tone sharp enough to cut through the noise. "He attacked me," Foam Cop shouts, pointing a sticky finger in my direction, with... He pauses, gesturing at himself. "This." She tilts her head, clearly unimpressed. "You're saying he attacked you with foam?" "It's not just foam," he snaps. It's some kind of weapon." At this point, the crowd can't contain themselves. Someone yells, "Weaponized foam? Man, you're a clown." Another adds, "This guy's career is over. Just wait till the memes hit." The sharp-eyed officer sighs and turns to me. "All right, sir. Can you explain your side of this?" Finally, some sanity. "It's my property," I say, keeping my voice calm despite everything. I told him not to open the case, but he did anyway. The foam is a security measure, harmless, just sticky. She gives me a long, measured look, then turns back to Foam Cop. "You opened his briefcase without a warrant?" "It looks suspicious," he protests, his voice cracking. "Suspicious?" she repeats, deadpan. "So you decided to crack it open like a piñata, and now you're covered in foam." The crowd's loving this. Someone yells, "She's roasting him. Get her a mic." Even I can't help but smirk. She's handling this way better than he did. "Look, I thought he was trespassing," Foam Cop mumbles, suddenly a lot quieter. She sighs again, this time deeper. "Did you ask for ID, or check who he is before opening the case?" He hesitates. The pause says everything. The sharp-eyed officer doesn't even wait for his excuse. She pulls out her notepad and starts scribbling. "Sir," she says, turning back to me, "do you have ID on you now?" "Of course," I reply, nodding toward my car. "It's in the glove compartment." She waves to one of the junior officers. "Go with him and confirm his ID, and make it quick." A few minutes later, the officer comes back, looking sheepish. He's Senator Julian Roberts." The air goes dead quiet for half a second, then the crowd erupts. "I told you that was Senator Roberts," someone shouts. Another voice chimes in. "You're done, bro. Done." Foam Cop looks like he wants to disappear into the pavement. "Senator?" he stammers, his face, what little isn't covered in foam, turning beet red. Yup, I say, folding my arms, and you just arrested me for standing on my own property with my own briefcase. The sharp-eyed officer doesn't even bother hiding her irritation. All right, she says, turning to Foam Cop. We're done here. Senator, I apologize for the inconvenience. Inconvenience? I repeat, raising an eyebrow. This guy accused me of assault and tried to arrest me for foam. She winces but keeps her cool. I'll file a report, sir. He'll be debriefed. The crowd's practically cheering now. Phones are still out, recording every second. Foam Cop tries to slink away, but the sharp-eyed officer stops him. Not so fast, she says, her voice icy. You're riding back with us. And just like that, the show's over. I dust off my hands, nod to the crowd, and head to my car, wondering how long it'll take for this to hit the internet. Probably already trending. As I pull out of the lot, I catch a glimpse of Foam Cop in the rearview mirror, still dripping, still humiliated. And you know what? Maybe karma's got a sense of humor after all.